Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, I'm in a undisclosed location, guys. It's top secret, Craig. It's top secret. All right, so we got a little bit of a problem today. I'm actually here helping a friend out that has some plumbing issues today, guys. I'm not in Arkansas. Not in Arkansas. As y'all know, if you've been following me every day, I'm on a little bit of a road trip right now. And I stopped by to help out somebody real quick with a little plumbing issue. Check this out. Sinks are clogged, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna tear apart the sink, the plumbing and all of that. I went and got some supplies this morning. I don't really know what the problem is. There is no vent on the outside of this house. This house was built in 1950, guys. 50. Yeah, she's an older. As a matter of fact, her name's Betty. The old house is Betty. Yep, it has been named. She's a little fragile, but she's a good old house. But we think that we got some roots and stuff going on out there at the street. There's a lot of trees and stuff around here, guys. So we're going to try to go out there to where the clean out is, and we're going to actually try to take a look inside of the pipes. And I can do that now because I have got the Tesla articulating Borescope, guys. Really cool product here, guys. This actually has a light on the end, so there's dark spaces where you can't really see and you can't really get into. It bends, moves around. Let's turn it on real quick. Check this out. Look at that Tesla. Got an HD touchscreen. Check this out though. Hit this little button right here. Look at that. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna go ahead and pop the clean out part of it right there. It's got a little cap on there. Actually got some tools this morning to get that took care of. We're gonna use the Tesla articulating scope right there to see if we can see up in there and see if there's any kind of roots and stuff. Also got a snake and a couple other tools and some stuff that should prevent roots from growing in the future. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, first thing we're gonna do, put on some gloves. We ain't got some gloves because this could turn into a crappy situation. Come on. All right. Okay, my name is Dr. Kamal. Bend over and cough. All right, let's go on in. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Okay, as you can see, you can't see down in there. You got an angle that goes right there, right? Which is going to make it imperative to have something that can actually kind of get down into that pipe and do a little articulating, which makes Tesla a perfect tool for this job, guys. And it's also dark down there, so let's see if we can see what's going on. All right, let's put her down in the hole. See, as you can see, guys, we're gonna move it around a little bit so we can see. Oh, there we go. I see water right there, so that's not good. We're gonna go way down as far as we can. I gotta get low, get low, get low, get low. So we're gonna move it around a little bit. And you can see down in the pipe, there's no immediate extraction by the clean out. We're gonna have to get down in there, guys. You can also zoom, see that, 1.3, 1.5. Right now we're shooting in a 1920 by 1080. Look at that, you can do formatting. You can do language settings. I speak English. Date, time, format, and default settings. And then also that's your version for your firmware and all that good stuff. All right, let's back out of all of that because we're here to see if we can find some roots. All right, well, the good news is I don't see no roots anywhere close. Little thing there, so that means from about there to about here, where the kitchen sink is, there's no root destruction. But the problem is the tree that I'm concerned about is over there. That tree's seen better days, guys. It might be as old as Betty. Might be as old as Betty, guys. All right, but we do know that something's blocking it. So what I'm gonna do is I got a 25-foot snake. I wished I had a longer one, but that'll put us pretty close to the edge of the house right there. So we're gonna do a little snaking, see if we can block up whatever is clogged in there. I've also got some of that Zip root killer and root control. This right there should help kill any roots that's inside there and keep them from growing back. Common problem, guys. Do not plant trees by your plumbing. Don't do it. I know they're cute and all that other stuff. Find another place in your yard to put a tree. Even a fruit tree, guys. I love fruit trees. Don't put it by your plumbing. Hold on. George, I'm filming. George ain't working with me. That's George, the neighbor dog. George needs some water. You hear that? Let's put it in the hole. Oh yeah. Oh, I hear water. Let's lock it. Feed it in, feed it in. I smell something that's not so pleasant. All right, guys, we're at the end of the rope, literally. We're 25 foot in now. We were a little turning. If I had my drill with me, I could put my drill right here and then go beep, beep, beep. Works so much better. Definitely seen some stuff trying to go there. One of the problems with Betty, guys, is she don't have an outside vent. There's no vent up here, which is honestly where you're supposed to snake from. We're doing the kind of outside clean out, but Betty's old and she just don't have an outside vent, which might be one of the problems, but we're working what we got. There's nothing within 25 feet that I found that kind of hung up too much on there, so I'm pretty sure that Most of it's probably out there by the road. But we're gonna go ahead and dump some of this root killer stuff in there, and then we'll put the cap on. Then we'll take the sink apart, and I'll try to snake from inside a little bit and see if I can clean out the internal lines in there, at least to get the sink working. I'm thinking what we're going to end up needing is one of the snakes that's got the drill on there that will actually cut the roots and stuff like that, and to fix from a big expensive problem for right now. And eventually that tree is going to have to be removed. So what we're going to do, guys, I've never used this product right here. Like I said, it's that root kill. We're just going to put it all down in there. Let it do its thing. I can tell this has been ate up a few times. Put it on too tight because I'm feeling this now. Come on. So there I was, traveling around, fixing plumbing, one house at a time. I always enjoyed playing Mario Brothers. Never quite figured out which one I was though. Am I Mario? Or am I Luigi? I'm kind of tall, but I'm not that skinny. So, you tell me. Am I a Luigi or am I a Mario? I think being Tim's short, he's probably Mario and I'm Luigi. Just my thing. Alright guys, before I go inside, let me show you something. As I was saying, it's the Tesla Articulating Borescope. It is the model TD45 OS. It's good for industrial repairs, aircraft inspection, building maintenance, auto care. It's got a 4.5-inch HD screen, guys. It's got a max to 110 rotation angle, image resolution, a max to 1920 1080p, guys. That is impressive for a crystal clear image. Power source, you got a 3000 milliamp lithium power source, 3000 milliamp hour lithium poly battery. And this thing's got some memory too, guys. And I can respect a good memory. Inserted is a 32 gig TF card. That right there will definitely give you the recording that you need. And if that small 4.5 screen is not big enough, guys, you can actually download the content off of that card, put it on your laptop, even your big screen if you got that capability, and you'll really be able to blow that picture up in size and really be able to see what you're working with. Come on. All right, guys, let's go inside. Let's go ahead and take the P-trap off, drain any kind of water, try not to make a mess, and let's see if we can snake on the inside some. Don't know how well it's going to work, but we're giving it a shot. We're trying not to have to call out a plumber to do a boring with a little cutter and all that other stuff. We're just trying to wash some dishes, guys. We're just trying to wash some dishes. Oh, let there be light. All right, guys, welcome back to the kitchen. I absolutely love this. I love this hardware. Love it. Love it. All right, for all of my off-gridders and my old school, y'all know about that Berkey. Y'all know about that Berkey now. Come on. I'm a fan of the Berkey myself. Come on. Oh. All right, guys. Really get to know somebody when you get into their cabinets. Okay, it looks like this friend of mine likes Pioneer Woman. Got a little Pioneer Woman stuff going on here. I know Pioneer Woman. Cooks good groceries. All right, guys. So this is the crazy part right here, guys, to me. Okay, so you have the vent that goes up right here and goes out. And I feel like, I don't know. Y'all can get back there. I can't. Check this out. See that? That's a fixed pipe, guys. It goes down, but where does it go to back there? Tell me. Where does it go? Can you let me know? So I ain't gotta stick my head all the way back there and take a picture and all that stuff. Here, just leave it in the comments. I'll wait. Thanks, appreciate that. Y'all are great help, great help. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to do this without making a mess. Do you have an old towel? I guess we're gonna have to wash dishes under the sink, guys. It's still a better situation than what I had on the mountain. Y'all remember that? Slow and steady, guys. Try to minimize the mess. That worries me right here. Like, why is there glue and stuff on this trap right here? That's going to make it very difficult for us to snake that, because I can't take this off, because this looks like it was a known problem. This isn't your standard type of plumbing. This is old stuff here. That is, and I don't think it married well together, and I think that's why they had to do that. Almost forgot about y'all. Alright, got the V-trap done. So, one of the problems I got here, guys, is they actually got this hard glued, which is actually supposed to be a slip connection. This right here feels like it's like cast iron. And it's definitely old, original 1950s type plumbing that they tried to connect modern, which is going to make it a little difficult to snake, but we're going to give it a shot. But it does worry me a little bit, so I'm going to try to take it nice and easy. Really wished I could figure out where the vent was that they got vented out here, but unfortunately I believe it's inside the wall. Great assistant, guys, great assistant. You get scared when you go to the doctor and you hear this. So we're gonna move the water out of there. This is gonna be interesting. Y'all see that? The clog actually might be right here, guys. The way back to that. I don't want to try to get it to bend down there. I don't think that snake's gonna do that without getting hung up, and then if I start snatching on that right there, it could cause like a really big problem, and I don't have no tools to fix the problem that will happen. So I'm not gonna go any further with that. So we'll just see if there was anything clogged in that little section, because there was a whole bunch of stuff in here when I got to right there, and then once I pushed it all the way to that where it could fall down, all that fell out. So I don't know if it did anything or not. Probably not, but maybe.
There's hope.
Is it trying to drain, or is it filling up again? Let's power it on and see if we can find what's happening in here. We're inside of a 50-year-old pipe right now. Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
You see that, guys? We just took a picture of this. Definitely got some blockage there. See that, guys? Really wish I could make that turn. But I can't. You see water in the pipe right there. It's like it's clogged, like right there. You see how?
Where do you got it at? Like, where's the end of it at right now?
I think it's right here,
Okay.
like facing that way. Because if you look right there, see how you got an opening right there? I think that's your up.
Yeah.
But you see how water's just stuck at the top right there?
The clog's around the other side of that.
Yeah, I think the clog is. See how the water's right there on the bottom?
Yeah.
And it's not draining? I think it's like right here. I'm gonna snake it again.
Okay. The test lines really helped us to see what's going on.
Yeah. Pretty cool little gadget.
It is.
Oh yeah, you can use it in your car, like in your oil and your valves and all kinds of different places. Or if you want to see if somebody's in a house or something, kind of stick it up underneath the door, you know what I mean? Like some spy shit. Alright guys, this is turning into a mission. We just got back from Lowe's. So that little 7-inch little piece right there, got a new one of those because they had it glued. And it kind of got a little soft when we was snaking it and leaking a little bit. So we're going to try to get that fixed as well. Alright, we got it put back together. Grove Cove. Now we're gonna dump some acid down the sink. And we're gonna let it sit for, I think it's 30 minutes. Do not try this at home. Do we have any leaks going on? I don't think so. Alright guys, it's the next morning. They had to go to work, so I'm back over here working on the plumbing again. And it's leaking right there where I was worried about with the two different types of pipes coming together. So went last night to Lowe's and got some plumber's putty and some glue. I'm going to try to avoid gluing it like it was, because once it's glued you can't really take it off. I'm going to try to just use plumber's putty, see if that'll fix the leak problem. If not, then I'll go ahead and glue it like it was before we started. So we're going to put some gloves on because I did put acid down the drains. And take all of this off and see if I can get it to stop leaking. Alright, a lot of plumbers, buddy. But stop the leak. That is just a temporary fix for that. It's going to need to be all replaced at some point. But no leaks. So that's a good thing. Let's run the water for a little while and see if it's still clogged or see if the acid did its trick. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap this video up. I'm glad I could stop by and kind of help them with their plumbing issues to at least get the sink and stuff going until they can get a plumber out here with one of those rooter things that can kind of go through the pipe and cut the roots and all of that. Something's definitely going to have to be done with those trees out there before it's over with, but at least they can wash dishes and do all of that. A big shout out to Tesla. If you are looking for an articulating borescope, this particular model right here is the TD450S. It is a great model with a big screen, HD screen at that. You can also take pictures inside the pipes and stuff, and with the 32 gig SD card that it has to be able to save that and be able to see it on bigger screens and all of that. And with the articulating in right there with the light, it is perfect for dark situation. Also, like I said guys, not just for plumbing, but if you're having an issue with your car and you need to see down inside the motor, stuff like that, or any other kind of pipes, or even if you want to kind of stick it underneath the door and kind of see, you know, what's in a room that you haven't been able to access or something like that. There's all kinds of uses for an articulating borescope, guys. So big shout out to them. If you want to get yours, guys, take a look in the description. There will be a link there and maybe even a discount code so you can save a little bit of jingle. Hopefully y'all are having a good day. Take another step closer to your goals, guys. Do something nice for somebody, but keep it real. Come on.